Hey guys, welcome back to the gallery. Jared McMillan here. Super excited. Can you tell I'm excited? We've got 7 new pieces that we're releasing. They're negatives. So what that is you know when you were a kid, you made photographs with film, you take the negatives, you bring them to the lab, they would make the prints for you through the chemical emulsion process, which would develop into color and everything would be colorful and how the naked eye sees it and everything would be wonderful, right? Well, so what we did in these pieces is we didn't develop the negatives chemically, we actually made prints from the actual negatives. So what that does is it creates a really interesting print. And it's almost like pop art. I've been really inspired lately by some pop artists that I've been following and kind of keeping tabs on, and I wanted to pull that feeling into the gallery. So we created these pieces where we made prints right from the negatives. So they have lots of blues and oranges and yellows and just a really rich, color scheme. The black and whites look very much like X-rays, so it's an interesting concept and something that we wanted to try in the gallery. We have done some negative pieces in the past, presented behind with an encaustic finish, but these we wanted to keep very simple and very classic. So we printed them on a juniper mulberry paper, which is a handmade paper out of Japan. And what that paper does is it really lends itself really well to really deeps and dark colors in the paper. Has a really neat sheen to it. So we kept the prints very simple. Signed, JM, signed them a little bit different, APs. The first 7 that we have in the gallery are all artist proofs, and then there'll be additions after that. But one of the things we wanted, and I've talked about this before, is art is supposed to be about a conversation. It's supposed to evoke emotion. It's supposed to evoke a conversation. So if the piece is hanging in your home, your office, or wherever, when somebody comes into your space, I want that person to look at the piece of art hanging on the wall or the photograph and think about, like, okay, they're asking themselves questions. Where is this from? How was this created? Like, what's going on with this? And that's really what art is supposed to be about. It's supposed to evoke emotion, but not also emotion, but it's supposed to give you the ability to ask questions and find out what's going on in the art. So the cool thing is about these pieces, when they are hung in your home, and I will be hanging some of these in my home because I think they're that unique. You're going to be able to have questions and answer questions for somebody that comes in and looks at and enjoys your art. And that's really the cool thing I gravitate towards in what we do. It's always been my goal is to create stuff that's unique and different, and I think these pieces are really unique and different. I mean, this process and this printing process has been around for a very long time. They've been printing off of negatives, since the pioneers were coming across the plains and developing this stuff in the back of covered wagons. So it's not a new thing. However, now we have the technology to do really cool and big prints. And I just think they're really special pieces. Like I said, we have 7 of them in the gallery. The first 7 are all artist proofs. And then we're going to do spin-off from that. So anyway, come in, check them out. If you have questions, definitely ask. These pieces are going to go quick, I have a feeling, just because they are that special.